Good afternoon, students. Today, the topic that I'm going to be discussing, is Macrostrategy number 1, which is facilitating and negotiating interaction. As we all know, the post-method research, provides 10 different macrostrategies, which are very important. But as I mentioned before, I'm going to discuss Macrostrategy number 2. This macrostrategy number 2, basically talks about the importance or how meaningful learner and learning interaction is and learner-teacher interaction means. What do we exactly refer to when we say learner-learner and learner-teacher? It means that not all the interaction or not all the teaching, needs to come from the teacher to the class. No, students are also free to propose different topics, different ideas, different material that can generate some new knowledge, And when they group up and share that knowledge, they are mutually, giving some new learning, and some new knowledge. But during these interactions, the learner is not the only one who is open, for some new knowledge. No, the teacher as well, needs to be available, needs to be open, to learn something new from the students, because they can also provide some new good input to that teacher. Before I continue with the presentation, I found this quote that I think is very important, for what we are talking about. Karl Buckner said, "They may forget what you say, the students, Sometimes, as you know, different students have different learning paces, And sometimes they tend to forget things that you teach them in class. But something very important is that they will never forget how you made them feel, How they feel in class, can provide a more powerful input to what you tell them or what you said in class." Some of the characteristics or the features that this macrostrategy provides is that the students have freedom to initiate and navigate talk. What do we mean by that? Usually in our regular classes, the teacher is the only one responsible for bringing up new topics to the class. In this case, it goes in a different way. The student, depending on how confident he or she feels with his knowledge, can initiate or can propose new topics to be discussed in class. Active involvement. Always, through the constant participation, the student is always involved, in searching for new material, searching for new knowledge, new ideas that can bring some new input, Interaction is divided in 3 different aspects, in this term. Personal, because how comfortable the student feels with his knowledge is how comfortable he is going to feel participating in the class. Interpersonal, basically this is the interaction that the student has with his peers, And ideological is because the student is going to feel that he's learning some new ideas, He's going to set new goals during his learning process. And also the student is going to have opportunities to modify interaction. What do we mean by modifying interaction? That not always the students needs to respond in the same way that the teacher tells them to. No, depending on what they are talking about, the student can also find new ways to express different ideas. Now, as I didn't want to complicate a lot, in looking for an activity that can refer to this kind of macrostrategy, I basically define this simple activity for very simple courses, Learner, is something that can be a kind of scavenger hunt in which the student, proposes different topics, creates a questionnaire with different alternatives for them to look for in internet. They are given some time, to look for that information, and after that time is over, they can pair up and discuss the findings. And as a learner-teacher interaction, the teacher is also going to look for information and the topic proposed, And after the 30 minutes or the time is over, the teacher is gonna have the chance to rotate through each of the different groups, okay, listening to what the students found, okay, and providing that new knowledge or that new information that the teacher could find in internet. Thank you very much.